everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. We're what, 84 years into the pandemic now?
Well, I mean, Texas is open again, so, seeing how that's going.
Texas is out here trying to, speed run to the ostrich meat future.
I mean, if we're gonna go to the ostrich meat future, Texas is gonna win. Trust.
Yeah, after watching Tiger King, I believe it.
That wasn't Oklahoma. Florida.
You're right there.
We are right there.
Texas owns Oklahoma, basically.
Wait, Oklahoma is a fiefdom of Texas?
Yeah, Oklahoma sucks.
Have you ever been to Oklahoma?
I have not.
Well, don't go. You can skip it. Just go to Lubbock. It's basically the same.
I mean, considering that it seems to me there's a pecking order, maybe Oklahoma should be renamed basically Lubbock?
I'm down, actually.
Yeah.
I personally think Oklahoma should just be renamed
Name of the whole state?
Yeah. And Texas.
Take it, there is a great bio and cultural diversity. All kinds of weird critters and cool people across Texas. Also some jackasses, but I don't think we could throw out Texas with just one eh.
What?
It would have to be several ehs.
Okay, so what if instead we just take all the jackasses out of Texas and put them in Oklahoma?
I mean, honestly, they'd rather go to Florida.
We don't need any more jackasses in Florida, though. If there are more jackasses in Florida, Florida will end up, literally getting blown off from the rest of the United States.
God willing.
But then we lose access to the Disney parks.
Well, one of the Disney parks will be okay.
Oh, no.
I want the better Disney park. And we lose access to Universal Studios Harry Potter.
Oh, no.
I haven't gotten to go there and cry yet.
We can build another one,
okay.
I believe.
I get to go there and cry, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wait, why are we fucking crying at Harry Potter?
Brian, this is definitely one of those, Ewok conversations, you know what I mean?
What?
There's, an age threshold where, if you watch the original Star Wars movies, where if you see the Ewoks, it's oh, they're adorable. It's oh, these things look ridiculous.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harry Potter falls into that same space.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate. Yep.
If you're over a certain age, Hagrid being you're a wizard, Harry. There are people for whom he doesn't just come across as a sex pest trying to kidnap a child.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Hagrid's a good dude.
He's the festival hardbody of the Harry Potter universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's wild. Can you walk me through that?
Really?
Yes.
It's just accurate.
This feels intuitive, but okay. Festival hardbody and Hagrid are both shunned by society. They have unusual habits and are generally kind and nice to be around. But they are also, intimidating at first glance.
Okay. Dig it. But Festival does not run around telling people that they're wizards.
I mean, he told one kid that he was a wizard, and it was a special circumstance.
Okay. Does he tell people anything else?
He tells you lots of information that you're not supposed to know, but is relevant to the plot.
Correct.
Okay.
Also dragons.
Yeah.
Him like dragons.
Those come up.
Me also like dragons. It works out.
As far as I know, our man Hardbody does not deliver exposition as part of his craft.
Not yet.
I'm sure it'll come. I think you have to reach a certain, age bracket where you just start exposition nothing.
I actually think of Hardbody closer to, Sable and Animal Crossing, where, he's just gonna say what he's gonna say for a little while, but, if you show, a genuine interest in him, he shares more pertinent information. He doesn't know who the protagonist is, I guess, in this particular case.
Okay.
The protagonist will be the kid he eventually picks up at a clay fighter tournament and decides to guide him to victory.
Hell yeah. Wait, can he Miyagi a kid to play Clay Fighter Victory? I'd watch that video.
He might be able to, yeah. But you didn't hear that from me because I don't like him. I got an appearance to keep up, man.
I understand. I get it. It's been 84 years.
Oh, man. So, for our listeners at home, these fine people are Rocky Hardy and Tegan Somerset, and I'm Brian Cartwright. Arizona is theoretically still closed for the quarantine, but on Friday, despite the fact that we are under a stay-at-home order, and this is what I don't understand, we're under a stay-at-home order until the 15th. Some businesses including hair salons and nail salons and restaurants, got to reopen.
Mm-hmm.
With new, air quote, special social distancing rules in place. I don't even know. I think that the part that frustrates me the most is that, like, there are so many of these, like, angry idiots out there that are like, hell yes, I'm going back out. I'm going to have dinner at the Ruby Tuesday. And fuck them, I'm not wearing a mask. Did you guys get all the hubbub earlier this week when Costco said that they were going to require a mask to enter the store?
Yeah, I saw a pretty good, like, Costco clapback. I was kind of proud.
Because, you know, here came the my guns, my Bibles crowd, who were like, boycott Costco. And I'm like, you motherfucker. You couldn't summon the will to boycott Costco, even if you wanted to. Like, just, I just, come on, guys. Like,
also, the weird thing is that, like, I think I can pretty much say without qualification that, like, Costco is a pretty good company. Like, they pay their workers well. They are not intrusive in terms of the community. They serve a completely different niche than a lot of the places that they actually enter into, because they do, like, bulk sales specifically.
right.
They don't seem to have, like, aggressive prices or, like, egregious business practices. They seem fine for all intents and purposes. They just want to, you know, help people buy things in bulk. It's cool, I guess.
I don't know if they're publicly traded or not.
I think they might be.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen their ticker before. Yeah, they have a stock price. 305, actually.
But man, these people.
A bunch of clowns.
It's weird because, like, in parts of the world which had this manifesting earlier, a lot of those places have already gone through the, hey, let's reopen. Whoops, fuck that. They've already done this. Like, so we have the benefit of being able to look at those places and go, oh, this didn't work in Hong Kong. This didn't work in South Korea. This didn't work in Wuhan. Like, we can look at places that tried to reopen, you know, once they had flattened the curve, and then say, oh, okay, so once you let people out all the time,
Shit just gets bad again. Wow.
it just gets bad again. Like,
Astounding. That's almost like saying people die if they are killed. It's got that same energy.
No, but guys, you gotta remember, because this is America. And like individual states, but also America specifically, the whole idea of American exceptionalism is based around the idea of saying, rip to them, but I'm different. You know?
it's so fucking true. It's...
Rip to Wuhan, but we're different, bro. Holy shit, I love it.
We're made of stronger stuff. Like, stronger stuff? You're going fucking crazy because you haven't been able to sit in the Arby's for a month and a half?
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
you're losing your shit because you can't debate what you want in your Cold Stone Creamery? Like, fucking loser. Like, ugh. It's amazing. I think the part which is, like, most amazing is that so many of these people are in positions where they have the ability to stay home. And so what they're essentially saying is, oh, there is a underclass, which I don't mind if it dies. That's the part that, like, I get stuck on.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll mind when that underclass isn't there to serve you anymore, number one. But, like, number two, I also am getting sick of staying in my house all the time. But I'm still gonna do it, because I don't want to die.
Yep. That's the one right there.
If I did really want to die, though, you bet I'd be fucking licking everything at the local grocery store.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, Tegan. They would just put you in jail.
Then I could die in jail of coronavirus.
Ironically, you probably wouldn't die in jail,
Oh my
Tegan.
god. If I made it through a whole pandemic in jail, I
know.
would be really pissed.
If the pandemic couldn't kill Harvey Weinstein in jail, and he got it.
Oh, man. That's right, he's in jail right now, right?
That's right. And he got the fucking Rona.
And he didn't die.
Right.
Oh, man. Maybe Harvey Weinstein is different, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
wait, are you trying to tell me that pedophilia gives you superpowers?
I didn't say it, and I didn't mean it, and it may be true, but I didn't say it.
No, we're not saying that, like, being a abusive Hollywood mogul who does the rape gives you superpowers. But what we are saying is that here's the part where we're going to throw Harvey Weinstein into a wood chipper. Now, I know that sounds cruel.
I'd love to do that.
Sometimes you have to make the lemonade, and that involves throwing the lemons into a wood chipper.
Honestly, I love that for him. And I love that for us.
Okay, so we're throwing Harvey Weinstein.
Can I have someone else do my part of the lifting, though? Because I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Okay, fair.
Okay, I can probably do 2 persons worth of lifting.
Cool. I'm weak anyway, so I wouldn't be much help.
Okay, so we throw Harvey Weinstein into the wood chipper.
And then...
So now we have kind of like a frothy Harvey Weinstein, like, gross soup, which nobody wants. Okay? So we're going to need to get a whole bunch of, like, beef jerky. Like, a lot.
Okay. Sure.
And we don't actually need the jerky, so if you guys want to eat the jerky, that's fine. All we want are those little silica gel packets. All right?
Oh my god.
So we're going to mix the silica gel packets with Harvey Weinstein. So that way we can get a dry, powderized form of Harvey Weinstein.
Wait, it'll turn into a powder? It's not going to turn him to, like, a gelatinous, like, Harvey Weinstein gooichi?
Oh, ooh. It sounds gross but potent.
I'm just trying to figure out what, like, human sinew soup with silica gel turns into, and I'm pretty sure it's like a gelatinous, like, blob.
Right. Eats Village.
It's a gelatinous fucking homunculus.
Yeah. You guys are probably too young for gelatinous cube Eats Village.
I mean, that's in D&D, right?
That is
I think it's also in a movie.
That is a Wayne's World reference.
Oh, yeah. I watched Wayne's World, but I didn't watch Wayne's World, if you know what I'm saying.
I hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to take our Harvey Weinstein goo. And if you're just joining us, no, not that goo. We're going to take our Harvey Weinstein goo. We're going to stick it in a bunch of vials. And we are going to distribute it free of charge for people. Because we're not here to try and get over during the pandemic. Except for whenever our masks become available. We'll let you know when that happens.
Wait, Brad, why are we making a Harvey Weinstein phylactery? Jesus.
I think that this is the way to go. Am I wrong?
I'm kind of terrified because, like, I don't want to see what's summoned when we break the Harvey Weinstein phylactery.
You just have to break it in the holiest place, and then it'll just instantly die.
We're gonna break the Harvey Weinstein phylactery, like, in the Vatican? Or is it Universal Studios Harry Potter? Like, what are we doing here?
No, we're definitely doing it the Harry Potter. That's where we're doing it. Okay?
Wait, since I'm not participating in the creating of the phylactery, I don't think Universal Studios Harry Potter will work. But even if we did want to do it that way, we'd have to take it to the WB Harry Potter studio tour in London.
Ah, shit.
And break it in front of the actual model of the Hogwarts castle, because that is where I cried. That is where I cried. I saw the castle and I sobbed.
Okay, so it's our individual holy places. Brian, where's the holy place that you're going to break the Harvey Weinstein phylactery to protect mankind?
Ooh, man. Ooh, this is tough.
There's a good chance that we could get to Mecca, I think. There's nobody there.
No, Tegan,
we're not going to break the Harvey Weinstein phylactery at Mecca. There's no way.
If you're talking about holy places, though...
Tegan, we're going to get murdered.
It's holy and social distanced enough.
Tegan?
That we would also be preventing the spread of the coronavirus.
Tegan?
Yes, Brian?
Look, if breaking the Harvey Weinstein phylactery in Mecca is needed in order to stop the advance of the coronavirus, that none of us are going to be the ones to do it. We're going to need to outsource that shit.
Okay.
Because we
Are
are...
we a festival to do it?
No.
Is Festival a Muslim?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I
don't need to ask. I never asked him. It wasn't important before.
I think Sach is.
Oh.
Right.
Sach, Sach, we might need your help.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
There we go. You know what? We need to have him on again. We need to have our friend of the show. He is the show's kid brother. It's so great.
We'll have our friends on the show again.
Kid brother, big Sach, fuck.
No, it's true because, like, whenever he's on, I'm even more certain that I'm about to die. Like...
I feel like at this point I have to make it abundantly clear, like, I do not actually want to spill blood in Mecca, like...
True.
Well, we're
That's
also
a
talking about a Harvey
That's
Weinstein
100%
goo vial.
a joke, and I would never actually think that's a good idea. And I feel like because of how we live in this internet age, I have to specify that.
Okay,
Fair
Tegan,
enough.
but we're talking about a very specific hypothetical situation, which is where a vial filled with Harvey Weinstein goo,
Several vials, actually.
several vials,
And silica gel.
and silica gel, has been demonstrably proven that, like, breaking this will cure the world of the Rona. Right? I think in that specific circumstance that you could say, like, okay, this is a thing we got to do, but we need to do it in a way that reduces disruption as much as possible and is respectful of the people of this world and their belief systems, unless their belief system is, I get to eat at Baskin Robbins right now.
That's the whole belief system. They just, I can see the Baskin Robbins right now, Brian.
Yeah. And what I want to tell people right now, which is important, is that if you go to tpublic.com and search for Impossible Coin, you'll see our great, beautiful logo designed by Lauren Rand, which has previously been available on t-shirts and hoodies and even phone cases and stickers for your laptops. But now, until next Wednesday, so from the date that you hear this, until next Wednesday, if you hear this in the future because you're some guy in Russia who downloads every episode, sorry, you're fucked, dude. The Impossible Coin face mask is available. So you could strap this on, go to Costco. Exciting. Taking you to wear yours to Costco?
No.
Is it because you don't go to Costco?
I mean, I don't go anywhere, but also I don't go to Costco.
Okay. Fair.
My mommy and daddy go to Costco for me, because I'm a child. No, because they have a membership and I don't. And the grocery stores have, like, limits on how many people who can go in, so my mom and dad go and they just ask us what we need. And then we exchange money for goods.
Okay, so how do they get the goods to you?
I mean, they drop them off, and then I PayPal them money.
They put them on the stoop, and then you carry them in from the stoop?
I mean, sometimes they put them on the stoop, sometimes they put them in the garage. It depends on if there's rain or not.
Yeah.
If there's rain, they go in the garage. Well, really, it should say it depends if there's snow or not, because it's fucking snowing in Ohio in May.
Right.
Because Ohio doesn't know what fucking season it's supposed to be. Garbage. Fuck this. Fuck Ohio. Snow, today's forecast is rain and snow. Tomorrow's forecast is rain and snow. And then next week it's gonna get in the 70s and we're gonna have thunderstorms all fucking week. Love it. So happy. I love that we know
Wait,
what season it is.
it's like May, though.
Yeah, it's like fucking May. I know. It should be getting warm. Instead, it was warm for 2 weeks, and we got excited, and we took the winter sheets off the bed, and we put the summer sheets on, and immediately went down to 28 degrees at night. Like, immediately. I haven't had a good night's sleep in fucking 2.5 weeks. Everything sucks. It's so bad. I can't sleep in the summer.
Wait,
It's too hot.
what are winter sheets like?
Winter sheets are like flannel sheets. So we have the flannel sheets, and they're soft and warm and oh, so nice. Oh, so nice. And then electric blanket, and then thick comforter, and then fuzzy blanket, and then maybe you drape either another blanket or the bathrobe on top of the side you're lying on. Under.
Okay, I'm not gonna say if I use that here I would die, but I would probably need an IV before I went to sleep.
Why?
Because I would dry out. That's so much.
I'm cold.
Yeah, we don't really do cold here. That's not a real thing.
So, like, the electric blanket can be anywhere from, like, the low setting, which is just called low, to, like, 4.5, maybe 5. Depends on how cold it's getting. You know?
Mm.
Oh, it's been miserable, though. Friday night into Saturday this week, I gave up, and I put on tights and then flannel pajama bottoms, because remember, we just changed the sheets to the summer sheets. And then I put my hoodie on top of a shirt, and then I crawled under the covers, and then I doubled over the quilt onto my side because I was freezing to death. And then Alex said, why don't we just get the winter quilt back out? And I said, okay. And he got the winter quilt back out, and then we put the soft blanket on top of it. And I was like, I'm actually going to sleep tonight, and it'll be great.
That's 5, right, Brian? That's 5 layers.
5 layers,
Yep.
but one of them is doubled because I took the full queen-size quilt and folded it in half so that I had 2, twin-size quilts.
6 layers.
And a hoodie, and a t-shirt. Yeah, it was fucking miserable. It sucks. I hate it. Because we switched to, the summer sheets, they're, cooling, so they're, slippery material, and, it sucks. It sucks right now. And it's gonna be hot next week. It's gonna be hot next week, and then it's gonna get cold again. I hate it. I'm tired. I just want to go to bed and have it be a good temperature to sleep. I sleep so well all winter, and then summer comes, and it sucks, and I don't sleep well for 3 months. And then it gets cold again, and then I can sleep. That's my secret. That's why I sleep so well. That's why I can fall asleep anywhere. Because I don't sleep for 3 months.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, that was a tangent.
I think we're a podcast about video games.
I thought we were a podcast about Animal Crossing, but that's neither here nor there. Which is a video game, a little bit more specific.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Listeners, we did a thing. We acted with intentionality.
You did?
On a Friday evening. We all gathered and visited the current state of each other's, islands and homes. And I had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and I stayed up way past my bedtime.
Yep.
Yeah, but you met Raymond.
I did meet Raymond. Oh my god, he's so good. You gotta get his boyfriend now.
He has a canonical boyfriend?
No, he's got he's got 2 non-canonical boyfriends. It just depends on which one you find first.
Who are his boyfriends?
It's either Marshall or, Julian.
Okay. Alright, we fire up Google.
Marshall's the tiny platinum blonde squirrel in the denim jacket.
Right.
Julian is literally a unicorn.
I feel like that's too on the nose. But also, Raymond does have heterochromia, so...
Yeah. He's got very cute dialogue options with both of them, so...
That's cool.
To be fair, it's mostly that one where it's if you couldn't live without one thing on this island, what would it be? And it's that chain, but it's slightly different depending on, which one he's talking to. So...
Alright. Is there even more internal lives going on with my animals, which I'm not seeing? How do you know when your villagers are having disputes with each other, or...
They, yell at each other.
Yeah, they talk to each other.
I've yet to see this.
It happens.
Yeah, I've never seen any of my animals hollering at each other.
Yeah, Vesta and Wendy got into a fight the other day. But, Vesta calmed down. Wendy kind of act like it never happened, which is kind of concerning, but otherwise they're okay.
Maybe, Wendy wasn't offended?
That actually sounds more accurate.
Pierce and Samson have done, 4 rounds of flexing their word muscles, where they basically play Shiritori, but with only exercise words.
That's kind of dope, actually.
It's really funny. And then Pierce also did, a fake interview with Samson, and he was like, how does it feel to be a kung fu master? And then, it was really funny.
Okay, so the other one's name is Julian?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Julian the unicorn.
He is a unicorn.
Marshall looks angry.
Marshall is angry.
He is! He's a grumpy boy! He's cool, though. Also, he's messy. He likes the messy furniture.
Oh, God, Julian looks like the fucking worst.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up! Julian's great! Julian's a top tier.
He's actually a pretty good villager, but, he is very extra.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh. Ooh. I'm seeing some stuff out of here, him promising to not eat macaroni art.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he's a lot.
Julian is currently going on Nookazon for, over 1 million bells. Somebody wants 20 Nook Mile tickets and Zell for him.
Alright.
Someone wants Muffy and 45 Nook Mile tickets.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say Zell?
Zell is a male deer villager.
I thought you meant that they wanted you to transfer real world money via Zell, which is...
Somebody wants Raymond and 100 Nook Mile tickets for him.
Wow.
Somebody else wants Marshall, Tabby, Raymond, Static, Cat, Kyle, and Dobie. Jesus. How are you gonna get all those people?
They're gonna time travel. Just farm the Nook tickets. Or I guess you don't even have to time travel. You just do the Nook miles, like Ad Infinitum, so you get stuck on a balloon or something.
So I know that there's only 3 octopus.
Octopi.
Octopi. What other like types of animals represent like very tiny slices of the overall population? Like it seems like there's like a shit ton of birds.
Yeah, a lot of birds, a lot of cats, a lot of dogs.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of birds. There are only 7 tigers. I don't know if that matters.
I have a kangaroo. There's only 8 kangaroo. And it looks like of the kangaroo, 6 of the kangaroo have babies in the pouch, and then there are 2 boy kangaroos who do not have lads in pouches. 9 gorillas. Fucking 11 elephants?
There's only 6 rhinos. And the hot one is definitely going to be Meringue.
Oh, that's the weird one who's got like ice cream for a horn or something?
She's a pastry chef, and so the top of her head looks like a strawberry shortcake. So her horn is the strawberry, and then she's covered in whipped cream. I know too much about Animal Crossing!
Too much? I don't know about
Too
that.
much. There are only 7 alligators, and Gale, I think, is the newest one. She's like a cute type. But last game they introduced Drago, who is a dragon.
There's only 3 anteaters. No, there's like 5 anteaters.
There's a bunch of birds.
I wonder how many hamsters there are.
Oh god, too many. All the hamsters are garbage. If you like a hamster villager, you're wrong.
Why does everyone hate the hamsters?
They're just ugly. The only cute hamster is fucking Flurry. Don't at me, I know some of you like Apple. You're wrong. Apple's weird.
I feel like Brian would actually be a fan of Clay.
Brian would be a fan of Clay, but that's because he's wearing a luchador mask. That doesn't count.
What do you mean? That totally counts.
It's typecasting.
It is typecasting.
And aren't there multiple villagers who have lucha outfits? Like, I think that Clay is not the only one.
Yeah, Stinky also has one. Stinky's a cat. There's also a couple villagers that have, like, suits of armor on, which is dumb, but whatever.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I wish Cranky was actually, like, not a gorilla, but like an ape. Like, from Donkey Kong, but, you know, whatever.
I mean, that would make sense. And Nintendo would be free to do that.
True.
Okay, I think I might have run down our second rarest animal type.
Okay.
Which is cow.
Yeah, there's only like 6 of those, right?
4.
4.
Yeah, Naomi, Norma, Patty, and Tipper.
Tipper the cow.
Yeah. Those are your cows. I'm willing to bet if I wander over to eBay, I'm not going to see any listings for these cows. The world is very single-minded in what villagers it wants.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there are actual eBay listings for Julian. I'm willing to bet on it.
Let's find out. This is all a tangent. So we got together Friday night.
Yeah, we did.
And we visited each other's homes and islands. Very nice. Oh, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
You should have your diner wallpaper now.
Yeah, I have it.
Does it mesh? Does it look good?
I'm not sure. I need to sit on it for a bit. But it's up in my house right now.
So Rocky has kind of the main room when you walk into the house into a combination diner and performance space.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect setting for a teen supernatural drama in the late 90s.
Or early 2000s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Very, good look. Also, Rocky has a jungle gym.
Yeah, I do. I have a jungle gym.
It's a gym, but it's in the jungle. Do you get it? Tegan, do you get it?
Yes, I get it. I was there. I was there. I visited the house first.
I'm not sure you got it, though.
I did. I promise I did.
Okay. I've been very, very single-minded with, where I spend my big money in the game. I've all been, throwing at expanding my house. And I kind of thought that, after visiting both of your islands, maybe that's been wrong. And I don't know, whether you guys were doing, long-term thinking when you were, placing villager houses in the first place, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky's got a couple orchards.
Oh, I consolidated my orchards. I have one big orchard now.
Okay. It felt like very intentional, like, felt like there was good use of space. And, like, right now, my island is very definitely a mess. I think it was, like, Tegan who was, like, wandering on my island is like, why is Marcy up here all alone? I wasn't even trying at the time to, like, ostracize Marcy or keep her separated or anything. Just, like, the idea of, like, building a neighborhood hadn't even occurred to me at that point. It seems to me now that I need to, like, spend, like, tens of thousands of bells moving houses around the island. I don't know whether I need to do that before or after I, like, build an orchard, so that way, like, the moving the house process doesn't kill, you know, my daily primary income mechanic.
Honestly, Brian, like, while I did finish my expansions before I really focused on the neighborhood, that was almost exclusively turnip money. In fact, there was one week that I made so much turnip money that I paid off, like, the 1.5 million house loan that day. Just stick with the turnip market for a while. You'll have enough money. It'll be fine.
You'll have so much money. I've mentioned this before, but I have 6 million bells in the bank.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I could do, like, some major renovations in addition to completely paying off the rest of my basement loan, but I'm choosing not to because I want to kind of sit on that money for a little bit and really, like, plan out my town.
Mm-hmm.
I did find out, though, that I can't move my fucking town square.
Yeah.
Lame.
Its position's, like, set from, like, when you pick, like, your island, like, setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be there forever.
I feel like most people's are, like, right by their airport also.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is on purpose, but I would have loved to be able to switch where my town center is and my current Nook shop. Because they're both right next to each other. I just want one store on one side and the other store on the other side, and there isn't really room on the other side right now because of where the fucking town square is, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Also, I really need to move my museum, but I haven't picked a location that I'm thrilled with yet, so...
For sure. I gotta start working on, like, more outdoor amenities.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up some, like, picnic spots. But, you know, that just means, like, more inclines and, like, some more pathing and whatnot. I think I actually want to switch out the pathing that I currently have. Like, I'm using the default stuff. But I think I want to do something that, like, actually blends the grass. Like, my endgame feels like it should be more... there's, like, I don't know, like, solar punk, I guess?
Okay.
Where, like, it blends the natural world with small town life or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to think more about that and maybe gather some more materials. But this is definitely, like, I don't know, Mark 1 of, like, my current, like, pathing, and it's probably all going to change next couple months.
Well, in case anybody was curious, I have found a seller on eBay who will move Julian into your town for $15.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which seems like a lot less hassle than some of these fucking blood prices on Nookazon. 1 million bells and 40 Nook Mile tickets. Fuck off. Like,
honestly, I'll pay someone 1 million bells rather than $15, I think.
Yeah, because you can just earn the 1 million bells in, like, a week of turnips if you play them right.
True. Plus, I could buy, like, lunch with $15, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this person is offering move-in services for Bo, Julian, Lucky, Pietro?
The clown sheep.
The clown sheep.
Anka, Fauna, Marshall, and Stitches.
They have Anka? Fuck off.
They have Anka and they're only doing $15?
Yep.
What
That's
the
actually
fuck?
big.
That's a great deal. Right, Nigo?
I definitely
Anka
skipped lunch for
$15?
Anka.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Yep. And it looks like all of their positive feedback are people who successfully received animals. And they're like, yep, it happened. It happened.
It did for 15 real world dollars.
Yep.
Dude, as soon as they make a Raymond amiibo card, it's over.
True. Like, the whole, like, Nookazan's just gonna crash.
Well, also, that, like, amiibo card is gonna sell for, like, $50.
I mean, it's better than 1,000. Maybe more.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Gyroids.
Sure.
Do we got gyroids anymore?
Technically. When you buy, like, inclines and bridges, a gyroid shows up to, like, collect the money, but they disappear once you pay off the thing and the thing is built. Otherwise, there doesn't seem to be gyroids as standalone furniture anymore.
I loved
But
the
that
gyroids.
That doesn't mean that they won't be added in later. Remember, they're adding a bunch of stuff, like, as we go.
Mm-hmm.
The gyroids are just so fucking good.
They're something.
They're goofs.
They're weird.
I used to, like, love turning on my gyroids and then turning on my KK records, so that way they would just go.
When you got a good, like, gyroid to, or gyroid or whatever to, record ratio, that was always fun.
Yeah.
But they always had weird faces. Not a fan of that.
They remind me of cactuars. Well, I mean, they're basically palettes of cactuars, but, like, flesh colored, which is a whole other thing. But I kind of really want, like, dance reactions at some point. Like, I hope those show up.
Yep.
But they're probably really down the road.
I felt very silly on Friday. It was weird because I felt both silly and felt like I wish I had brought more. I brought party poppers.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I fired them all, and I found at the end, I was like, I wish I had brought even more party poppers. Like, it was a lot of fun to, like, run into a room and be like, this is a good room! Pop.
For sure.
My kitchen is ugly.
Oh, man.
A lot of my friends have, like, really cute houses, and mine's just, like...
I'm kind of upset, because I don't like any of the house customizations. Like, mine's, like, this yellow, like, pseudo-modern thing, and, like, it's, like, the only one that just didn't make me vomit.
I like mine. It's kind of beachy. I bet more will come in.
God, I hope so. I wonder if they'll charge me for those, because once you finish the basement, Nook makes it so you don't have to pay for house customizations anymore. So you can just customize your house at will. But, like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't want to do anything with these. I forgot how much I hate these. Ugh. I do like a couple of things. I do like the door selections. Specifically, the Zen doors I think are my favorite. And I like cobblestone, but I don't like the color choices. I wish there were more. And I don't know what's wrong with the roofs, but I don't feel great about any of them. Oh, also, there was someone that visited my island whose username was Wolf. I don't remember who you are. I have a vague idea that you may be someone I played Mario Tennis Aces with at some point, but otherwise I have no idea.
Oh no! The mystery.
So if you would like to identify yourself, that could be cool. Hit us up on the socials, and we'll get back at you. I want to know what those timers about. Just dropped a 10-minute timer and just left the island. Super weird.
Tegan, when we were at your place, you seemed to think that your bedroom did not broadcast weeb.
I mean, it's just very pink and soft. I don't know. It's not like what I thought I'd end up with. It's just kind of what I ended up with. And then I got that Imperial Wall from Sahara at on Rocky's Island, and I put it up, and now it looks like, it's too much. It's too much. I need to make one of my side rooms like an Imperial room and do something else for my bedroom because it's too intense.
So you're going to be scaling back the weebness of that room?
I mean, I think it's just going to shift into something else. Because I still like it. I like it being, like, soft and chill, but, like, I don't know. I haven't liked a lot of the wallpapers that, like, I usually like, so I don't know what to do. You know?
Right.
My other stuff is okay, though. I've rearranged my downstairs since you guys came.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit, and now I like it a lot better. But it's still not ideal. It's a work in progress. I like having the full matching furniture sets, so I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is collecting one of the full furniture sets and sticking that in either the big room is really good for, like, the jingle set, because there are a lot of pieces in the jingle set, and you can pull in a lot of, like, extra stuff, because they'll have, like, Christmas presents that come out and separate trees that come out, and so it's, like, easier to build into a big room. Whereas, like, the Imperial set is really small, so, like, you can't put it in a big room.
Right.
The Regal set's, like, mid-size. It's not too big, not too small, so you could do either, like, a small room or probably the upstairs, but, like, I don't know. Also, the matching furniture sets, like, score really well with the Happy Home Academy, and that's what I'm trying to do. This week, I scored better than I did last week, but they not well enough to earn, like, the gold Happy Home Academy trophy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got a plant. And I don't know what to do with it.
I, too, got a plant from the Happy Home Academy.
What'd you get?
It looks like a succulent. I think it's called, like, a Monstera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I put it in my bathroom, and I was like, I'll stick this here until I figure out where this lives and what to do with it. But my, hey, everybody, don't you want to sell for Nook? Room is really coming in. All that extra cardboard bullshit, Tegan, is absolutely working wonders.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it exactly what you wanted?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The best part is that the cardboard bed already integrates so well into the stacks and stacks of cardboard, which are in the back of the room already.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, exhausted member of the Nook multi-level marketing scheme can now just collapse on the piles of inventory he's bought. Like,
Because he doesn't have a bed, because he spent all his money on the fucking inventory.
Yeah, buying the Nook soap, buying the Nook paper, whatever. Like, so good. So good. Got one of those, like, medium-sized bell bag rugs.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this seems like a good room to put the bell bag rug in, because, hey, sell Nook, win your dreams, get them bells. So, like, that room's definitely coming together. Started to, like, go through my storage to see, like, what stuff I have for a kitchen, because now comes the time to turn my attention to my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really looks like the bathroom. I think the bathroom, like, the biggest thing for me is going to be finding that cloud flooring. The cloud flooring appears to be, like, the cheat code for your bathroom. Because you walk in and that means that the bathroom's already, like, nice and steamy, and it's got that bathroom feel. But the kitchen, though, like, I looked in my storage and I saw that there was, like, a fair amount of stuff that I already had. Like, I already have, like, a nice rice cooker and espresso pot and some tea kettles and stuff. And a knife block. I've got a good knife block. I'm like, okay, so, like, my kitchen's coming together. I'm just gonna have to start, like, finding some countertops and shelving. Like, is there readily available, like, hang from the wall shelving for kitchens?
Do you want to be able to utilize the shelving, or do you just mean decorative shelving?
Decorative.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've got, like, a pot and pan rack. I know there's some, like, other stuff, but it just seems like it's hard to find. Just like everything else. And I know there's also, like, some knives that you can get. Like, sharp, fancy knives. Like, something I expect to find in Rocky's kitchen.
Now, Rocky, you used a stone table as your, like, kitchen island, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks so nice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if I'll actually ever replace it with a real kitchen island. Like, I really like what the stone table's doing for that room.
Stone table is grossly underrated. I put it outside for my pizza picnic area, and it really just pops.
True.
And especially because those stone seats that go around the stone table, they look good too. They're unobtrusive. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Definitely.
Good stuff, good stuff. So, we seem to be entering the period of time around every Animal Crossing release where the people who are in for the long haul stay in, and the people who wanted to have, like, a fast and torrid romance with Animal Crossing drop off.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that, like, normal video game half-life of, about a month. That people are like, and then the ones who are really swept away stay with it, the ones who weren't go away. I think everyone here was swept up by Animal Crossing this time around. So, like, what are y'all's long-term goals? What do you want your island to look like in 6 months? What do you want to be doing when you log on to play the game in October?
Collecting the Halloween set.
Nah.
That's what I'm gonna be doing. I already know. I'm very into, like, the seasonal sets and, like, using them to the best of my ability to maximize my Happy Home Academy score.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's what I want to do.
I mean, I think I'll probably really be terraforming by then. I still want to really figure out the solar punk thing. I want, like, hanging gardens. I do actually want aqueducts. I don't know, just, like, integrated, like, town life with, like, nature. Because now I can actually do that, I think, especially when I can bend the space.
Mm-hmm.
See how that really works out.
It'd be really nice if we got, like, suspension bridges and stuff. That'd be cool.
True. That's one thing that people have been asking about.
That would be pretty dope. I know this is like a big ask, but like, I'd really like floating islands,
That's not gonna happen.
I want to be able to terraform out all the stuff underneath something. Like, okay, this thing is now just like the part up on a hill. I mean, obviously that would require them giving us some kind of like new locomotion method, but like,
I thought, like, there were a couple YouTubers that made something that looked like that. I don't think they're truly floating islands, but it does appear to be.
Okay, it creates the appearance of a floating island?
Yeah.
I mean, there are YouTubers who are creating, like, the appearance of suspension bridges also.
That's also true, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll dive into the YouTube tech, but, like, I'm not going to do it now. I might do it in August.
I know that there are definitely folks who have figured out how to change the spawn locations for the rocks on their island for when they smash the rocks. Mm-hmm. And so they're moving the rocks around the island intentionally, which appears to be an incredibly slow process.
Yeah, because you have to, like, take up every possible space.
Yep. If you're like, check out my stone circle, check out my naturally occurring stone circle. Or the people who are like, I wanted to make sure that, like, I put my stones near my orchard since it's pretty much the same thing. Just like, oh, Jesus. I continue to, like, get bummed by my, like, Nook Mile ticket island trips. Because aside from meeting my most popular resident, I don't ever really get any kind of, like, exciting Nook Mile islands. Like, I go to Bamboo Island sometimes, but, like, Bamboo Island is definitely the most exotic island I've been to.
Well, I do know that there are... Someone mapped them out. Like, they have, like, a loose percentage of, like, chance for a lot of things. And a lot of them are really low chance. Like, some of the really good islands are, like, 2-3% chances. Like, even when you, like, clap in front of the dodo.
I thought clapping in front of the dodo did nothing.
It's unclear. But, I don't know, man. You met Raymond, like, pretty early on. You might have just peaked. But
yeah, that might be, like, the best of your luck.
Yeah. There are some good islands out there, but you're probably going to spend a lot of tickets trying to get to them. Hence why, like, Nook Mile tickets are valuable currency.
Man, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear, like, yeah, Brian, you've already peaked on your Animal Crossing luck.
You peaked on Raymond. You're not going to get anything good until Raymond goes away.
Oof,
I'll take him off your hands for you. I'll do it free of charge.
No thanks, Tegan.
Damn it. I want the twink cat. I want him. He's good. I'll take him and I'll never let him go. He'll be my new favorite villager. You can have Octavian. I'll trade you. You'll like Octavian. He's grumpy.
He looked angry just walking around. Like,
I know. He's got like a little bandage on the back of his head because someone smacked him. Because he's an Octorok.
True.
Man, yeah, he's got a little bit of that externalized rage going on.
It's good.
Yeah. Man.
He's great. I like him better than the other two octopi, Marina and whatever. The guy who looks like a takoyaki? Like, I just like him better. He grump. He grump. We got our scores for the Happy Home Designer group the other day, and he was like, I guess they just don't get me.
Oh, no.
It was so funny.
Oh, Lord.
Also, I'm finally starting to get shooting stars.
I do need to look into that tech. I feel like they only show up, like, post-midnight.
I'm getting them at 10.
Really?
Yeah, but also, like, I think it takes a while for the game to, like, calibrate to when you usually go to bed. And, like, they show up around that time.
Okay.
Oh, that's
because I usually go to bed about 10 o'clock. And that's when I'm starting to see shooting. Like, I'll hear the little twinkle sound. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get to shooting star. But now I can finally make all the wands. And I think I have enough star pieces to make the Taros bathtub.
Nice.
So, like, I'm gonna do that.
Wait, so you got the Taros bathtub when you spoke to Celeste on my island?
I got a windflower wand when I spoke to Celeste on your island.
Okay.
I got the Taros bathtub when we first entered Taros season.
For sure. That makes sense.
I didn't get anything for Ares, though. So,
I forget what
know.
Ares is again. Darn it. Oh well, I guess I gotta wait till next year to get it.
I just hope I can get enough stuff that I can build the Sagittarius one. If I can't, then what is even the point?
We'll probably be able to get it on Mikazon by then.
Hopefully. I am saving bugs now, though, because I haven't seen Flick in a while. And, like, my butterfly production has gone way down, and I can't figure out why. I haven't seen the new, like, purple butterfly yet. I think I'm just not staying up late enough.
Okay, alright. I've got some hot deets.
Okay.
The hot deets are, when you have a meteor shower, it'll be on and off between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. that night. So, like, it'll have spurts of activity over that 6-hour period.
That's when Isabel tells you you're going to have a meteor shower, or independent of that?
That sounds like when, if it's referencing a meteor shower specifically, I'd say
Right.
that's during, when
Yeah,
it
so
Isabel
during
says,
the
like,
nights
hey,
when you
there's
have them,
something.
during the nights where they will occur in spurts over a 6-hour period between 10 and 4 a.m. And zodiac fragments depend...
On what the current
Yep.
sign we're under is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you better get them Taurus fragments if you want to make that big fucking bull bathtub.
You only need 2. It's not like you need 1,000. You only need 2.
See here, I haven't even looked to see what the Libra shit looks like.
Oh, is that what you are? Are you
Yeah,
a Libra?
Brian's a Libra.
I want to believe you're a Libra, but you're acting like a Gemini.
I mean, they're both air signs. Jesus. Oh, wait, hold on.
Let's see here. Libra scale, that looks lame. Ooh, tiny library. Oh, tiny library. I like it.
What are you talking about?
It is not a Libra item, but on Nukazon you find it when you search for Libra, because Libra appears within the word library.
Oh.
Yeah, a tiny library is a thing you stick out doors with like little books in it. You know, like those,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you know, leave a book, take a book boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got one in our local, in the, like, park down the street.
Yeah. So it looks like the only Libra item is the Libra scale.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, there's only one piece for each zodiac. The whole set is, like, one furniture set.
So the zodiac furniture.
Yeah. So, like, there's an Aries rocking chair, an Aquarius urn, a Cancer table, a Capricorn, like, statue. It's called an ornament, but whatever. A Gemini closet, a Leo wall mount, it looks like. The Libra scale, a Pisces lamp, a Sagittarius bow, a Scorpio lamp, a Taurus bathtub, and a Virgo harp.
Huh.
I kind of wish the Sagittarius arrow was a wall-mounted object instead of something I have to stick on the floor, but whatever. Right. Whatever, I'm going to need a lot more gold, so that's fine.
So something actually kind of happened in video games this week. There was a episode of Inside Xbox that was devoted to detailing third-party titles for the Xbox Series X. And they talked a little bit more about at least one of the consumer-friendly features of Xbox Series X. Did either of you guys watch this?
Yeah, I watched it.
I did not.
Well, then I guess we can bring you up to speed, Tegan.
Yeah, please do.
What were your feels on the presentation, Rocky?
I think it was a great presentation to get me to buy an Xbox One.
You mean the new Xbox One or the old Xbox One?
I guess either would be fine, right?
Okay. Was it the smart delivery that had you thinking, like, pick up an Xbox One now so that way, whenever I eventually do get an Xbox Series X, like, these games will just come with me?
I mean, these look like Xbox One games, and nothing in the presentation seemed to incentivize me to actually buy an Xbox Series X, just to, like, invest in the Microsoft platform.
Okay. I guess the thing for you that popped was, like, nothing felt next gen.
Right.
Okay. There was no, like, big technological aha moment where it's like, oh shit, look at that. I could see that. It's also weird because, like, I think we definitely reached a point where telling that shit visually is getting harder and harder.
Sure.
Because we're reaching a point of graphical fidelity where I know that I've seen this demonstrated with this, like, really excellent series of pictures of, like, Grecian busts made with an increasing number of polygons, and how, like, the jumps in fidelity between, like, early generations that had polygons are so, like, drastic that you're like, oh wow, like, jumping from the Grecian bust on, say, a PS1 to a PS2 is, like, dramatic in the increase of, visual fidelity, because, objects are that much more complex, and you reach a point of, like, I guess, diminishing returns.
Right.
With what appears to be, like, the visuals, and so, like, the things that, like, make next gen at this point are probably going to be more things like how many places the thing got spinning in the air at once. Like, what do the AI routines look like? What does the weather in the game look like? What does the loading time look like? There's stuff... I'm sure that, like, you have had the experience of, like, get into a heavy firefight in a game with, like, lots of enemies at once, and all of a sudden the game just starts, like, chunking and being super slow just because it can't handle how many dudes are doing how much stuff at one time. In fact, one of my favorite things to do in Hitman is to cause a panic at the Paris Fashion Week, the fashion show in the Paris level, force all of the NPCs to run outside. So now there's, like, hundreds of NPCs outside at once, and then set off some bombs outside, which throws dozens of people into the air at once, at which point the game will just go, I give up, and just, like, leave several of the NPCs in the air frozen. They never come back down.
Here's the thing about trying to recreate realistic weather in video games. It's never going to happen. No video game could have possibly predicted the Ohio weather this week. It'd just be a fucking Russian roulette wheel. Maybe it'll snow in June. I mean, at this rate, fucking probably. Who knows? It's pouring rain right now. It snowed yesterday. It was sunny 10 minutes ago. Like, what the fuck? Why is it 60 degrees when the high was only expected to be 49? There's a glitch in my weather matrix, is what I'm saying, and I don't know who coded it, but they need to fucking fix it. It's supposed to be summer right now. Oh, like spring into summer. Warm spring. We should be in warm spring, not fifth winter.
So, I think a lot of the things that are necessary to communicate next gen can't be communicated with just visuals anymore.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the Microsoft third-party extravaganza that we got this week were basically upscaled cutscenes, which tell us almost nothing about the Xbox Series X. In fact, pretty much every trailer, I think there were only 2 that didn't actually have it, had a disclaimer at the beginning of every, like, cinematic that said, this is upscaled for what we expect that the Xbox Series X will be able to handle. So we're not even really looking at the graphics that will be on the Xbox Series X. We're just looking at, like, teaser trailers, theatrics, cinematics for new games for publishers that are working with Microsoft. And that's cool, but it's not really an incentive to buy the new console.
I hear you. That's why I thought your take was particularly interesting, because you didn't necessarily see it as a reason to stay away from the ecosystem. Just like, like, it sounds like there's a cheaper way to buy into the Microsoft ecosystem.
Right.
which is, to pick up an Xbox One, and because of the way their cloud save features work and the way your Xbox game profile works, if you ever did spring for an Xbox Series X, not only would your games come with you, so would your save files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that, just as far as, the games shown, I kind of wish that the presentation, and obviously there are some real struggles with, putting together a presentation like this, in the current COVID world. But also good on Microsoft for, all of their interviews being conducted remotely via, Microsoft Live Teams and shit. They didn't put anybody in the same room with each other.
Right.
They recognized, okay, do not put people in the same room. They know that they would catch heat publicly if they had done that.
Right.
Because, we certainly would have given them heat on this show, and lots of other shows would give them heat. It's not worth people's lives to, have somebody stand on the stage and go, awesome, I can't wait to see what Xbox, But so, trying to figure out how to work around those limitations for something which was supposed to have, lots of people talking to each other, and they did have, extended interview segments with, multiple developers. I think that they would have benefited from having the interview segments be shorter and then sprinkled throughout the presentation, as opposed to backloading them after what was essentially a extended sizzle reel. Because after you watch the sizzle reel, do you really want to sit around and listen to some guy talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla for 15 minutes? I know I didn't.
Sure.
I wanted to hear about a lot of the other games. For me, Assassin's Creed is a known quantity. Even if this is a new Assassin's Creed in the model of new Assassin's Creeds. Okay, alright, so I get it. It's Nouveau Assassin's Creed, which started with Origins. This is another Nouveau Assassin's Creed. This guy's gonna sit here and talk about what Ubisoft always talks about, which is, all the historical research that they do, yada, yada, yada. This is a new time period, yada, yada. I want to hear about these other games. Did any of the games, particularly pop to you, Rocky, as stuff that you, were hyped for or interested in, or,
Medium looked cool.
Yeah. I thought it was wild that, the game that was bragging about having both Troy Baker and Nolan North in the game is a fucking car game.
Oh, Dirt 2?
A Dirt 5.
Oh, Dirt 5, excuse me.
Yeah, I know. Come on. Rocky, there have been 4 previous Dirts. This is Dirt the 5th.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Why are there 5 dirts? We need way more than 5 dirts.
What are you trying to craft, Tegan? Are you trying to craft a Nolan North?
Well, yes, but also you can't build a house with only 5 dirts. You need at least 9.
How many Nolan Norths do you need to build a house?
Oh, that's the real question. No, I don't think I can map that high.
Okay. You need 10 dirts, 3 Nolan Norths, 5 vials of Harvey Weinstein goo.
I don't want Harvey Weinstein goo being any part of my house. I feel like that's a reasonable request.
I think you can use that as the mortar, though.
Can we just use mortar? It has to be cheaper. It just has to be.
Okay. For you, Rocky, we'll use mortar.
I appreciate it.
I'll take the blood of the guilty, because ghosts can't hurt me. I have no soul for them to steal, it's fine.
God damn it, you can get touched by a ghost and then you start losing levels, don't come crying to us.
I thought that Chorus could have done a better job at communicating the gameplay experience.
I feel that way too!
Did you have trouble, pegging down exactly what kind of fucking game Chorus was?
Well, yeah, because once again, there was nothing happening. There was definitely just, exposed gore and stuff. And, we didn't know if we were in space, if we were in the future, if we were in the past, if there were, any sort of, movement or plot was not evident in that cinematic.
Yeah, I was like, is this a dogfighting game? Is this a game where I have a little airplane and I fight people in other little airplanes, but then it's also, Gothic H.R. Geiger future? I don't know. And the website for the Chorus video game is helpful in no meaningful ways. Okay, alright, here we go. They've updated it. Take control of Nara, once the Circle's deadliest warrior, now their most wanted fugitive, on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her. Unlock devastating weapons and mind-bending abilities, in a true evolution of the space combat. It is a dogfighting game!
Oh my goodness.
We've
cracked the code!
So yeah, it is a fucking dogfighting game. This game's gonna sell for shit.
But it's open world. It has minimal loading screens. You can just fly and shoot stuff forever. I'm sure there's a market for that.
This is not a $60 boxed video game.
No, probably not.
It can't be. Like, I'm sorry. It's just, like, the market ain't gonna sustain that anymore. I can't remember the last time, you're flying a little ass plane, fighting other little ass planes, had a significant market share. What a weird choice.
What about Ace Combat Flight Simulator, Brian?
There was Call of the Sea. I feel like Call of the Sea probably did a better job of, like, communicating what it was. If I were to say, like, what is the vibe of this game, I would call it a Firewatch-like. At least that's what the footage that was shown in the presentation conveyed. Woman wandering, mysterious island, 1930s, trying to find her husband. There may be fish people.
Oh, there's 100% fish people. There was one in the trailer.
I guess the thing we don't know from the trailer is whether it was an imagined fish person or that fish person was real.
I mean, I guess.
There will definitely be on-screen representations of fish people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it had a good look.
Kind of reminds me of BioShock.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's tired yet, but it's definitely there.
I think that people have backed off enough of that vibe. Like, it's definitely not like 2010 where everybody was like, hey, have you seen our thing? Which is pretty much BioShock.
Yeah.
Yeah. BioShock is definitely like a slumbering component as far as a thing that, like, impacts the marketplace. One thing that really jumped out for me from the whole presentation, when Bright Memory Infinite came out as a game in early access on Steam, I heard a lot about it because it was like, holy shit, have you seen Bright Memory Infinite? It's one dude. Apparently he never sleeps.
Sounds like everything James Franco's ever done.
Right. And then, like, that one dude who apparently never sleeps got a giant cash infusion so that way he could quit his day job, because what he had put out, he was literally doing in his spare time. And it's like, what if that guy didn't have to go to work in the morning and he could make this his work in the morning? And so that guy got a cash infusion. And so now he's been working on Bright Memory Infinite full time. There was some footage from Bright Memory Infinite in this thing. And it's so weird because if I were to think of, like, stuff from this presentation that, like, just from a position of, like, graphical fidelity and throwing a bunch of shit on the screen at one time and having all still look fucking great, probably one of the strongest things for the whole presentation was Bright Memory Infinite. The game by the one dude. Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thinks? What were your feels?
I didn't really care for Bright Memory Infinite. But, like, it did show gameplay, which is, more than most of the presentation did. But it didn't feel deliberate. It kind of just felt like kind of hodgepodge together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know what it was I was really doing. And I don't want to have that be like a criticism of the game appearing fast. But I feel like fast is good when it's deliberate. Because, like, once I learn, like, this, like, pattern, I don't feel like I'll be able to branch. Like, I feel like there's only going to be a couple of things I could really do, even if I'm moving at that speed.
I wonder at this point, like, how instructive playing the early access version would even be.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd probably ask someone who's actually played the early access.
Right. We saw a new Yakuza game, which was, I feel like, a good add to the presentation. Because one of the things that, like, Microsoft had levied against it as a criticism a lot during the first half of the Xbox One's life cycle was that Microsoft does not care about or prioritize output from Eastern devs, that it's, like, very much the Xbox is the West box. So seeing a Yakuza game shown off as, like, one of the high points of the presentation, I thought was pretty cool.
Hmm.
I don't think this is Yakuza 7.
It's not.
Yeah, because Yakuza 7 is the one which is going to have the turn-based combat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You recall hearing about that?
Yeah, vaguely. I haven't heard much on it in a while.
The idea is that, like, in Yakuza 7, the protagonist is obsessed with Dragon Quest.
Mm-hmm.
And so he envisions his life as Dragon Quest, and so as a result, all combat in the game is turn-based. I thought that what they should have Yakuza, like, adequately conveyed, like, alright, if you want batshit insanity, like, yep, this is still Yakuza. They made sure to, like, show just enough crazy shit in the footage to, like, say, like, yeah, this is a Yakuza game operating at full strength. It wasn't clear to me whether or not time travel was involved in this Yakuza game.
I can't remember how common time travel really is in the series. I know there's, like, time skips and stuff.
Yeah, time travel heretofore not seen, but there was some shit in that trailer that looked a lot like, here we go with time travel. I'm like, you know what? Fine. Like, if that's where the Yakuza series has arrived, like, let's do it. Now, one that you called out specifically, Rocky, was The Medium.
Yeah.
From Bloober Team. Now, those are the guys who did Observer and Layers of Fear.
Yeah, that sounds right.
They've kind of been, like, earning their stripes in the first-person survival horror, weird, spooky shit genre. What about what was shown of The Medium hopped out to you?
Like, the atmosphere looked really good, and the camera work felt appropriate for a psychological horror.
Right.
Apparently they have the composer from Silent Hill 2. They leaned on that pretty hard, which I'm not super happy about, but I'm glad that he's, busy and doing stuff.
I thought it looked very pretty. It had a very strong Silent Hill vibe.
Yeah.
I'll definitely take a look at it. I don't really feel like at this point there's much to say about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. For all the time that they spent on it, there's not a lot to say about it. It's like, okay, it's Assassin's Creed : but Vikings.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like this one really has the vibes. Because, I mean, Assassin's Creed usually is, like, jumps into, like, a particular, like, space in history, like, we're Assassin's Creed, but everyone's Egyptian. We're Assassin's Creed, but everything's in Greece. We're Assassin's Creed, we're colonists. We're the American colonists. But there's one standout that I want to highlight here, which is I was about to say Animal Crossing Black Flag. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is, at a cursory glance, Assassin's Creed, but pirates. But Black Flag was actually a pirate game with some Assassin's Creed thematics. Like, it actually just was a really good pirate game. And from what I'm looking at Valhalla, I'm thinking it's going to be closer to that, as opposed to it being an Assassin's Creed with Vikings, like, in the foreground. It's going to be a very polished Viking game with light Assassin's Creed elements.
Ooh. Okay, Rocky. Mm-hmm. You've invited this hell yourself.
Uh-huh.
I guess the important question here is to ask, what even is Assassin's Creed anymore?
Okay.
Yep. Because it occurs to me, it's like, man, light Assassin's Creed elements, what would that even mean? And because they essentially redefined the series with Origins.
Sure.
When they're like, okay, like, here's where we are now, like, introducing such fun things as, like, gear leveling and item durability and crafting and weather patterns and AI routine. Like, it felt very much like Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild's here. Like, as far as just, like, the way the systems piled on top of each other. And that was where I jumped into the series and decided to start giving a shit about the series. Mm-hmm. So what even is Assassin's Creed? Is it the goofy little push dagger? Is that Assassin's Creed? Is it running around with a hood like an asshole? Is that Assassin's? Like, what are light Assassin? Like, if a game only has light Assassin's Creed elements, what even is Assassin's Creed anymore? Okay.
Assassin's Creed, at the bare minimum, is about, like, this secret society. And previously, pre-Origins, it was mostly about people, like, in the modern day, like, entering simulations which were like the other games, right? Like, the American colonist Assassin's Creed wasn't actually happening. Instead, there's some person like in an experience machine that's pretending to be a Native American assassin and assassinating people in George Washington times. The most important thing is like your connection to this secret society and like doing their bidding. In Origins, that was subverted, mostly because if I remember correctly, that stuff was actually happening. Like, your protagonist was in ancient Egypt as opposed to like being some asshole in like the modern world in an experience machine pretending they're in ancient Egypt. But also like your loyalty to the society is important. It's a major plot point, but it's not the only thing that you care about. Like, you're not just killing goons for the sake of like the society or like, you know, the natural world or whatever. Like, in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the secret society came more into the forefront, but obviously not as much as like being a like person in an experience machine. But you're also competing with like other cults and whatnot. That becomes a lot more important. But the reason I bring up Black Flag and now like Valhalla is that in Black Flag, there was a secret society. You did get a dagger or whatever, but the entire game was you being a pirate. You sailed a ship, you collected bounties, you gathered like chests for booty, you sang shanties and collected them throughout the game. And it was just about like being a pirate on the open seas, but you also had a connection to the assassins. In other games, it's been more like you're tied to the society, this is what you care about, focus on doing our bidding and our plotline instead of exploring what it would be like to, say, be a Viking, which I think is what Valhalla is going to be about more than the other thing.
Man, I could be into that.
Sounds like a good thing.
Yeah. Like, one of the complaints I had about Assassin's Creed Odyssey was that they created, like, 2 avatars, a male character and a female character at the beginning of the game, and they're like, pick your avatar! And then the story that those characters experience is, like, ostensibly identical. It's just, like, a different avatar with a different voice actor saying the lines that the same character would experience. And I'm like, that doesn't feel great. One of the reasons I absolutely loved Assassin's Creed Origins was that virtually everything that you encountered in the world felt fine-tuned to be experienced by Bayek, the character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, Bayek finds these kids who are just trying to find their dog. You know, like, Bayek finds this asshole and reacts to him in this way. And I know it's a big ask and it's a tall order, but, like, if we're going to have multiple selectable characters, and they are characters, they are named characters. They're not Avatar Jones. I'm not just, like, sitting in some character creator being like, and then my guy's got a pizza for a head. Like, they are selectable characters. They are not custom-created avatars. If I am selecting a character, I want the characters to experience the world differently. You know, like, having all of, in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, every character react to both avatars the same way, every romance option being the same, just, like, it felt kind of flat. Like, one thing that I always appreciated about the Elder Scrolls games was that depending on your gender, race, and appearance, different NPCs would treat you differently. Like, a great example is to, like, in Morrowind, walk into virtually any business as a race other than Dunmer, and your prices are, like, double. Because the Dark Elves are like, fuck this guy who's not a Dark Elf, I'm going to charge him double. And it seems to be that in a series of games that, like, prizes historical accuracy and realism so highly, I mean, like, it's ridiculous. Like, the scans that Ubisoft made and the records and photos and research that Ubisoft did for when they did Assassin's Creed Paris, they were able to, like, give to people as part of the Notre Dame rebuilding and restoration effort, because, like, they had done such ridiculously conclusive and authoritative scans of Notre Dame for an Assassin's Creed game. And it just seems like, okay, so if you're a game that prides itself on being able to deliver a player fantasy experience, which is so heavily embedded in, like, historical accuracy, then if I pick a character that is a woman, shouldn't she get treated like shit by a bunch of people? Or if I'm a character who is, you know, operating outside of the constraints of his social hierarchy, like, a lot of times, like, in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it'd be like, okay, now go to this other fucking island and talk to these people who don't like you, but they will like you because the plot demands that they do like you. And from what I understand about Valhalla is that one of the major settings of the game is actually England, you know, like Cornish England. You'll be running around with these Vikings who are, like, swarming the British Isles at the time of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So I certainly fucking hope that as I'm wandering around Cornish England as a Viking asshole, that people are like, hey, fuck you, invading Viking.
Well, I mean, probably, right? Like, that only makes sense. Because you're not actually walking around, like, English settlements more often than not. I guess there would be situations where you would, because, you know, the plot would demand it.
Right.
But, like, more often than not, like, you'd be in Viking settlements, or you'd be raiding English ones.
Right.
But, man, I don't know. I liked that Alexios and, like, Cassandra basically were both able to be dropped into the world and just, like, interact with the world on a similar plane. Because I think, historically, Greece is one of the only places on the planet where that could have happened. And I feel like I've seen enough games where, like, people who are simply look different get to be treated differently in, like, the world, and I don't really care for it.
Right.
And it may be meaningful or even historical, but I don't think it's good from, like, a fantasy or gameplay perspective. In fact, I think it's just lazy intellectually.
Do you think that's something which is, like, necessarily true across the board, or?
Yeah, closer. Because your talk about, like, Morrowind reminds me of, like, the, I don't know, 2nd edition D&D and even, like, early 3rd edition books where, like, races like goblins or like drow were just, like, inherently evil. Like, you couldn't play a good drow. It's just a thing that, like, wasn't allowed by the books. And, like, there were people, like, read here, bigots, that would, like, specifically say, like, no, like, drows can't be good. And that's it. Like, that's what the book says and that's what I'm writing with. And, like, the books were wrong. Like, they were just being shitty. And I don't think being shitty for the sake of historical accuracy is the best thing we can do in gameplay experiences.
Okay. No, I'm with that. Because now you got me thinking about it in the context of this mini-series I watched this week called Hollywood.
Okay.
Ryan Murphy series. And it goes bonkers in all the usual Ryan Murphy ways.
Sure.
Like, I think that we're maybe 10 minutes into the first episode when you've got Dylan McDermott delivering a soliloquy on the size of his cock.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
A full soliloquy?
Yes.
Who has the time?
Yeah, the full soliloquy, 10 minutes in, first episode.
Oh my god, alright.
Yeah, like, complete with, like, he's like, let me tell you about my cock. At which point he, like, slams his hand on his elbow and, like, drops his forearm onto the countertop in a gas station.
Yeah, it's the full Lyndon B. Johnson treatment, yeah.
Yeah, just like, Jesus fucking Christ. But the whole point of this, like, 7-part miniseries was basically, it was like a historical fantasy.
Okay.
In which, like, what if characters who process the world with something that looked closer to, like, our shared modern values were upending the apple cart in, like, 1946 Hollywood.
Oh, jeez. That would have been rough.
And so, like, the miniseries is about this gay black screenwriter, right?
Yeah.
Who gets a movie greenlit under remarkable circumstances by a woman who just happens to, because her husband had a stroke and is in a coma, be running her husband's studio.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Fun.
And so she greenlights this script by this gay black man and gets a half Filipino director. And the movie ends up being an interracial love story. And, like, and the whole miniseries, I'm like, when is the other shoe going to fall? Like, when are things going to, like,
go to shit? Because it's 1986 Hollywood, yeah.
Right, exactly. And basically, like, every time they encounter, like, you know, adversity, like, basically just, like, the power of their righteousness just, like, bulldozes through it. Like, at one point, like, this, like, lawyer shows up, and he's like, I'm the lawyer for the studio, and I'm not going to let you release this movie because I'll destroy everything.
Yeah.
At which point, he, like, seizes the print, and there's, like, a whole scene of him, like, burning the print. And you're like, oh my god, he's burning the print! And then, like, at the beginning of the next episode, the studio head has died. And when he died, he, like, left the control of the studio to his wife. So she's in charge permanently now.
Gang.
At which point, like, this, like, old dude who's apparently already been editing movies, like, since, like, 1908 or something. And he's like, so you're in charge permanently now, right? Which means that fucking lawyer can't do anything. Well, good thing I made a duplicate print and it's in the trunk of my car. Like,
oh, fuck. Alright.
And, like, the miniseries ends with the interracial love story written by an openly gay black man who is dating Rock Hudson, sweeps the Oscars in the final episode. Like,
sick, I guess. That sounds dope.
Right. And when the actress is, like, accepting her Academy Award for Best Actress, and she's standing on stage, and she's like, I'm here because of those who were before me. At which point, like, Queen Latifah as Hattie McDaniel, like, stands up in the crowd clapping, and...
That sounds dope, actually. Fuck.
Right. And so, like, I think what I'm getting at here is the idea of, like, historical fantasy, the idea of there is, like, a new kind of fantasy where people are like, gosh, there's things about this time or this space that excite or interest my imagination, but there's also a lot of things about that time or space that were shitty. And so, like, there's an emergent genre where people are essentially conquering the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah. Which I guess means if we bring this back to Valhalla, which is how this conversation started, I'm not sure I trust Ubisoft to deliver that kind of story or that kind of experience.
I am a little concerned about them, like, essentially, like, whitewashing Vikings to a point. Because, like, Vikings were, like, cool. They're definitely metal, and they had a lot of good things going for them, but they were also, like, a very brutal and murderous people.
Yep.
And I don't want that to be lost in Valhalla. But I also don't want them to be, like, cartoonishly being painted as villains.
Right.
So I hope that they find a meaningful space in between. And I hope they don't fuck up the DLC like they did with Odyssey. When, like, they, pigeonholed the player base into a particular ending that people didn't necessarily pick.
Yeah. There were other games that were announced at this thing.
I'm sure.
A game which was previously announced that we got to see more of, and actually did include some gameplay in the footage, was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh, that looks good, actually.
Oh, whew, man. When that game comes out, Rip ever talking to me again, because I will be doing nothing but playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
So what you're saying is that you're going to be streaming Vampire the Masquerade 2?
Yeah, I think I could arrange that. Like,
okay.
There is probably no role-playing system I'm more personally invested in than the White Wolf World of Darkness universe. And, like, when that footage started and they showed that person, like, dancing around that room, and there were the people strung up with the smiling faces. I'm like, that's a Malkavian. This is Vampire. Give it to me now. Like, I don't know if there are worlds like that for y'all, but, like, I knew exactly what that was, and I got super excited, and, like...
Well, I mean, for Tegan, it's, like, Zelda.
Yeah, that's Zelda. That's me with Zelda.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I saw, like, the cable, and I'm like, Breath of the Wild 2! And everyone's like, no. And then at the end, Breath of the Wild 2! And I was like, fucking knew it!
I don't know if I have any of those worlds. I mean, I probably do. I guess in this case, like, I have to update the joke. Whenever the 8K Final Fantasy VI Remake comes out, that'll be me, I guess. But, who knows whenever that'll happen.
At that point, like, Final Fantasy VI Remake will be broken into, like, 20 parts.
No, I swear to God, like, dude, if Nomura gets, like, put in charge of that project, I'll kill him myself. On God.
Are you not looking forward to Final Fantasy VI : just the opera part?
Oh, actually, you know what? I want that to... What I want, actually, like, I still want it to be in the game, right? But I also want it to be a movie. Like, I want a separate movie just about the opera, kind of like they did Kingsglaive, but I still want both the actual scene that's supposed to be in the game and that to be a cinematic in the game. I want that cross-platform love. Like, I know they can do it. Square Enix, just talk to me. We can get this done. I know how it needs to work. We can make so much money.
The Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 looked great.
Yeah, man.
Really did. Really did.
Mm-hmm. Everything about it looked enticing.
And, like, opening up that toolkit to let people create their vampire that will experience the night under the rules of the Masquerade. Just like, man. They did mention earlier this year, and again, this would make people like me excited, is that you are going to be able to craft characters which are not members of the Camarilla or Sabbat, which means that you will be able to ally with some of the independent clans and or be out there as an outcast with no known bloodline. So, like, super excited. Tegan, you do the tabletop role-playing, right?
I mean, I do some tabletop role-playing, not like a ton.
Okay, is it always the D&D, or do you ever venture into other stuff?
So I have ventured into other stuff, but Vampire the Masquerade is banned.
What?
Yeah, we do not Vampire the Masquerade at all in this house.
Why?
Do you really want to know why?
Yes.
Brian, you know that Vampire the Masquerade has some problematic elements.
So, before Alex and I started dating, he was dating a girl. Who was a lot of girl. And I don't mean that in, like, any sort of physical connotations. I mean, like, there was a lot of personality in this girl, and a lot of it was very negative. And she went down to a Vampire the Masquerade LARP one weekend, and over that weekend, slept with a man who was 29 years older than her, and then told Alex that she did not cheat on him, and she'd never cheated on him, and tried to gaslight him about it. And then her friends, who were also his friends, were like, no, she did. Here's the proof. And so now we don't Vampire the Masquerade in this house.
None of this is Vampire's problem.
I mean, you know, but it's the 6 degrees of separation sort of thing.
It's only 2, Brian.
It's not even 2, it's 1. Alex is the DM. He doesn't want to Vampire the Masquerade because his ex-girlfriend slept with a man 29 years older than her. You know, there's like...
Look, I'm sure his ex-girlfriend ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at some point, but I'm sure he put those down his fucking throat. Like,
did she have sex with the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Brian?
Yeah, that's the thing.
She did not have sex with the Vampire the Masquerade role-playing system.
I mean, she had sex using the Vampire the Masquerade role-playing system, technically.
No, she didn't.
But, like...
This is better than anything I could have imagined. Oh my god, this is so good.
This is like, tea. This is the tea from my household. But, like, he was getting ready to, like, propose to this girl. So, then it was, like, 4 months of them breaking up, and then I found out right afterwards that my boyfriend at the time had been cheating on me, because after they finally finished their 4-month breakup, Alex looked at me and goes, so Tegan, how do you make your open relationship work? And I said, what open relationship?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was he fucking playing GURPS?
What?
Do you mean GURPS?
Yes!
Okay. I was just making
What's that? I don't know what that is.
You can do that, Brian. It's cool. Go ahead.
All right. GURPS is a kind of like a generic modular role-playing system from Steve Jackson Games, which is designed to put a bunch of pieces together. I'm more making a joke about how the idea that we're blaming role-playing systems for infidelity.
Yeah, no, I
no,
got
it's
that.
it's just the one. And it's not really that we're blaming it. It's not that we're blaming it necessarily for the infidelity. It's just, it brings up a lot of bad feelings and upset emotions, and so we just say, no Vampire the Masquerade, thank you.
Alright, I gotta think here.
Brian, what are you gonna think about? What's going on right now?
You asked me if we Vampire the Masquerade, and I said no!
Yeah, I know, but like, look.
Brian, what's your end game here? What are you trying to accomplish?
So many things.
Okay.
Oh god, well, good luck.
Alright. I know that we've never done this before on this show.
Uh-huh.
Wait, Rocky, you sound like you're full of dread.
I'm not full of dread. I'm just preparing myself. Go ahead.
I'm full of dread. I'm getting like some mounting dread here.
Okay. Tegan, is Alex currently working, like doing his job?
No, he
Okay.
does not work during our recording times.
I think Brian
Okay.
wants to talk directly to Alex.
Yeah, never been done before.
I don't think we should do it. I think it sounds like a bad idea.
I think this is peak radio.
Alex is actually getting ready for bed. It's nighttime for us.
I'ma tuck him in.
Brian.
Oh my god.
I'ma tuck him in.
Brian, this is a bad idea.
Do you really want me to go get Alex?
I'd like to talk to Alex.
Okay, hang on.
This sounds like I just made a Ouija board request here.
Jesus Christ.
Hi, Rocky. How are you?
Brian, I'm still alive. So there's that.
Rocky, on a scale of 1 to 10 of worst ideas I've ever had on this show. 1 being not at all a bad idea. That was even a good idea, Brian. To 10 being this is the worst idea you've ever had on this show.
This is a solid 7. It has the potential to move in either direction, but currently, it's a solid 7.
Fantastic. I got a chance. I could swing. I'm going to lower that number. Lower that number. He's not going to come. He's going to decline.
Well, we don't know either way yet.
Okay, I have Alex for you now.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Impossible Coin.
Hey, Alex.
It is great to be here.
I believe this is your first appearance on this program.
Second, actually.
Oh yeah, no, I had streamed with you guys once.
Yeah.
Was that the program, though? Like,
Well, no, that's fair. Okay.
Okay.
No, so this is the first time on the actual podcast.
Yep. Hello, Alex Somerset. Welcome. I would like to talk to you briefly about a role-playing system.
Yes, I have been briefly briefed.
All right, so you've got the lowdown. I want to try and do a public service for you. I guess that makes it a private service.
Oh, okay.
What? Sir, it sounds to me like Vampire the Masquerade has been soiled for you. It's been sullied.
It has.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't you. It wasn't you.
That's right, and it wasn't Vampire either.
No, that's true. That's true.
Right. And I'm just saying, like, picture, if you will, if I was Mark Rainhagen, the creator of Vampire the Masquerade, arms outstretched, saying, "Come home, son."
I don't think you get to claim that one, Brian. I'm just fucking saying, bro.
Look,
That's like the equivalent of you deciding that you get to apologize on behalf of Tetsuo Nomura to me about Kingdom Hearts. I don't think it's reasonable to accept that apology.
okay. Then the Camarilla needs you, Alex.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We need you to preserve the Masquerade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how is it that I preserve this masquerade?
Well, by not telling nobody about the vampires.
The first rule of Masquerade is don't talk about the masquerade.
That's correct, yes. It's very much like Fight Club, only with much more leather pants. But what can we do to rehabilitate Vampire?
I claim no responsibility for this.
Well,
Washing my hands of it right now.
First of all, no LARPing. Okay?
yeah, okay, you know what? That's fair. That's good. That's a good first step is no LARPing. Although, maybe not in person. I don't know. I feel like it's possible a tabletop might not be a bad thing.
There we go. There we go. Like, I'm telling you, first of all, I need to break the truth about LARPing here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
LARPing is always just one step away from being a key party anyway. Alright? It doesn't matter what system you're playing with. You know,
Offense taken.
offense taken.
Yeah.
Look, Rocky, I'm not here to, like, try and create some kind of subtle distinctions between role-playing systems and say that the people who LARP using D&D are somehow more or less horny than the people who LARP with Vampire the Masquerade. I'm just saying that if you're LARPing, there are people in that party who are already sporting mahogany in their trousers.
Oh, absolutely. I am no stranger to LARPing. I used to do medieval LARPing, I guess fantasy LARPing.
Like SCA or like Amped Guard?
It was actually North Coast Nero.
Oh, okay, for sure.
And it was actually through LARPing that I sort of was like, oh, this whole role-playing thing is kind of neat. What is this whole D&D thing?
I feel that.
So I am familiar with LARPing and its whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
I know. They some freaks.
Yes, they are. If you want to meet a bunch of people who have perpetual hard-ons, those are LARPers.
Yep. Or at least the ones who can, at least.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know, some of the old ones, some of the ones who are, like, fighting that, like, diabetic peripheral neuropathy, maybe not so much. Doesn't mean that they aren't horny in their heads. Just not, you know, horny in their trousers.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's where we come back to rehabilitating vampire, which is vampire should be played in tabletop environments where that type of shit can be controlled and kept to a minimum by a responsible storyteller who's like, hey, you two, knock it the fuck off. And video game environments where the people that you are encountering are not real and all the horniness that you may encounter is the same kind of, like, safe, sanitized NPC horniness like you might find in The Witcher.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, look, cast LARPing out of your heart, not vampire.
Cast the devil that is LARPing out of your heart and let in Jesus Christ that is the tabletop.
There you go.
Oh my god, Brian.
You know, I have seen a couple of videos, just like very short clips of Vampire the Masquerade, the PC game from like 10 years ago, something like that?
15.
Damn.
Yeah, the first Bloodlines game was remarkably ahead of its time. It just had the misfortune of, no shit, coming out the same week as Half-Life 2 and Halo 2.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yeah. It is one of the great bulldoze cases in the history of video games where games that were like literally major historical benchmarks happened to come out in the same week. So despite the fact that Bloodlines was a very, very good video game, people were kind of playing fucking Halo 2 and Half-Life. Like, it made sense. And so it's always been kind of a cult thing. And so it's been like two different cults. There's just the Bloodlines cult, who are people who just played the PC game or on PS2 and never really interact with the tabletop system. And then the people like me who have logged hundreds and thousands of hours playing Vampire tabletop and have been looking for that, like, good vampire experience in a video game setting. Those people are all very, very excited that Bloodlines 2 is now happening. And all it does is gin up for me and the desire to, like, run another vampire game again. And I'm just so sad to hear that some fucking harpy has pulled from you your desire to play one of the most fun and cleanly designed role-playing systems that exists in our modern age. The only thing that Vampire does badly is combat, which way you were then shaking 900 dice, going, when will this ever end? Please kill me. But other than combat, Vampire is great.
Well, depending on your dungeon master or your players, D&D is not a whole lot different than rolling on 900 dice. It's just, a little more spread out.
Yeah. I want to know, how did I do? Have I rehabilitated Vampire?
I think as the honorary Shark Tank representative, I think your pitch is pretty solid. I have always been a fan of vampires and the whole aesthetic of medieval or Renaissance or Elizabethan era, just supernatural, occult sort of aesthetic is very interesting. And you don't get a whole lot of good games that are based around that. Like, Vampire was pretty good, but it wasn't really like the vampire aesthetic. And what little I've seen about Vampire the Masquerade that is not LARP related is definitely, may I say, alluring.
Yeah. You see, and you could use that word because you're outside of the context of a dangerous LARP.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to roofie me. At least for real.
So, I'm obviously not going to, like, it'd be unfair. I'd be like one of those guys, on the concourse at, like, an airport who hands you a flower and then says, are you ready for Krishna forever now? If I, like, ask you to commit to vampire at this point. So I'm just going to say, like, I hope that my heartfelt speech gave you something to think about, and I hope that you will know, even if you never return to vampire, that it wasn't vampire who hurt you.
It wasn't vampire that hurt me.
It wasn't vampire that hurt you.
I would be actually interested in playing a tabletop game if you were one who is a DM type.
I ran a Vampire the Masquerade campaign for 4 years.
Damn.
The game had birthday cakes.
I was gonna say, like, that is impressive for not just keeping a campaign going for 4 years, keeping a group going for more than a month.
True.
We ran once a week for 4 years.
Damn.
Yep. It was a lot of fun. And I always enjoyed the scope and the breadth of the World of Darkness, because if I wanted to come up with a fun little detour for my party and be like, okay, now this is going to happen, and it's going to happen for 3 months because I think it's fun. There were ways to do that. At one point, I had my entire party stuck inside the internet, literally.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Because
Digimon, the Masquerade.
Yeah, because the World of Darkness had mechanics for sticking, physical entities inside of the digital space known as the internet.
That's fucking awesome.
And I was like, all right, you guys are going inside the fucking internet because we're going to, we're using the internet rules now. And that was a lot of fun. And it's always been a space which I think lends itself to storytellers and dungeon masters who are big into research. If you like sitting down and be like, all right, I guess I got to write 20,000 words this week, Vampire is the game for you to run. It's a lot of fun, and it didn't hurt you. I promise.
You're right. It wasn't the vampire. It was the harpy that was in it.
Yep. We blame people, and we blame LARPing. We don't blame tabletop systems.
Most of the time, we don't hate the game. We just hate the people.
Right. So I hope I've given you food for thought. I hope you'll consider letting it into your heart. But again, I understand that's not possible. But even if you never let it back into your heart, no, it's not the one that pulled the trigger.
You know what? That's fair. I'll have to say, do you have a comment card that I can fill out and rate you? I think your pitch was fantastic.
Well, I'm found on Facebook. Rocky's found on Twitter. Tegan's found on Tumblr.
Also in your house? Brian, you're talking to Alex.
You know what? That's fair.
Also, she's found in your house.
Oh shit, she's here too.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
We've been quarantining so much that I haven't seen her for a week.
Oh, God.
We have a set of airlock doors that we have to use for sanitization.
Legit terrifying. Dear Lord.
So what I'm saying is go have yourself a quarantini.
Quarantini.
Yeah. And maybe a vial of Harvey Weinstein goo and silica gel. And think on this.
I've heard of the first thing, not following two things, but you know what? I'll look into it.
All right. Now, I don't know if this is a situation where there is one set of, cans, one headphone, and Tegan had to hand you the headset. Or if there are multiple headsets. But if there is just the one, then please feel free to hand it back to Tegan.
After I give it a good acid bath.
Okay, fair enough.
She will be here in a moment. But thank you again for your time. I appreciate the offer. And I will think on this.
Didn't hurt you, man.
It didn't hurt!
Thanks for hanging out, Alex. Damn it.
All right. Now Rocky, we were to 7 going in.
Yeah.
Where are we when we were done?
You're at a 4.
So it's still a bad idea.
I still feel like generally it's a bad idea, but it worked out.
Okay.
More so than your usual bad ideas.
Jesus! What are my usual bad ideas? Give me a point of reference.
It's 5s. That's the average. Come on, man. You know how a scale of 1 to 10 works.
I'm just looking for a point of reference. Like, when did I really have an idea that shit the bed?
Literally every time you go to DeviantArt. Let me see.
Okay.
Literally
Fair.
every time you go to DeviantArt, you get some kind of feral fucking fan art that's like mpreg or something.
I'm just like, why did you do this? Can't believe you've done this.
You say impreg?
Yes, mpreg. You know what mpreg is.
Oh,
Do you not know what mpreg is?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We're not doing this. Not today.
Don't
Hey,
do it. We don't have time.
Hey, actually, hey guys, this has been the show. Thanks for hanging out. This is Impossible Coin. We do it every
Wait,
week.
we didn't even talk about all the video games from the thing.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, there was another there was a game we never got around to talking about for the presentation,
Okay.
which one I thought was the game that was the feast that would tempt Tegan, which was Scarlet Nexus.
Oh, yeah, that's like 8K Astral Chain. It looks cool.
It looked like I was surprised. I was like, what do you mean this isn't a Platinum Games game? Legit surprised that Platinum has nothing to do with that.
Okay, Teagues, can you Google Scarlet Nexus for a bit? But once again, it's 8K Astral Chain. That's exactly what it is.
Scarlet Nexus. Also available on PS4. Let's see. Is it fucking Ruby?
It's almost Ruby. Wait, actually, I think that character... Wait, is that character male? I can't remember. Whatever.
Okay, so it's an anime-ass anime game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from Bandai.
Right.
And it's in totally future Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, it's got the anime in it.
It's got weird flowers. Bouquet villains.
Just some of these character designs, just like absolutely scream Platinum.
I've been plugged into the Matrix, and my power is psychokinesis now. Sweet.
I didn't really dig the voiceover.
This looks like, that other game. That other anime game on Xbox. Fuck. Code Realize? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Oh, do you mean Code Vein?
Yeah, that one! That's what I'm
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
thinking of. Yeah,
That's like anime Dark Souls, but that's...
that's exactly what this looks like.
See, I look at this and it just screams to me like, if Bayonetta showed up at any point in this trailer, she wouldn't feel out of place.
I don't think it'd be quite right. It doesn't feel quite like Bayonetta to me. It also doesn't quite feel like Nier. Like, it definitely feels more like Code Vein. It's an anime-ass... it's got a lot of anime-ass anime plot feeling and not like, this is a greater story that I'm trying to tell. It feels shallow, but looks cool. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, apparently I'm more excited by how Scarlet Nexus looks than Tegan is.
I mean, we'll probably get it.
Yeah.
But Alex will play it.
Well, I guess that is a show.
Nah. It's called Impossible Coin. Do it every week. You can find it where most places our podcasts are found. Oh my god. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or Spotify. We're not on SoundCloud. I guess we'll never be on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud coming soon.
Oh, is that for real? Okay, I was just joking.
Yep.
All right, SoundCloud coming soon. There's music in the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by our friend Big Soch. You can find him on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSochNJ. And Big Soch can be found on Twitter at Illyry_Swank. Our logo and t-shirt were designed by Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran and consider donating to her Patreon. Speaking of Patreons, we have one as well at patreon.com/ImpossibleCoinPodcast. Maybe one day we'll be /ImpossibleCoin, but who knows? We'll figure it out together. There you can find, bonus content like our watch-alongs, but also audio essays like Zelda Timeline coming soon and an investigation of the Paper Mario companions. We are also on social media. Brian's on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin, no dashes or underscores or anything. In fact, if you find one with dashes and or underscores, please let us know, because we would like to address them directly. But that's us. That's the show.
Yep. I think that we've got a couple things which are coming up soon for our patrons. We'll be dropping a series based on a watch-along series for the Netflix reality train wreck, Too Hot to Handle.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the throes of that. I think that we're due to record some more.
I still can't believe after episode 1 we decided to actually finish it. Ridiculous. We've made a mistake, and now you get to make it with us.
Yep. Rocky, where does Too Hot to Handle live on the mistake scale?
Too Hot to Handle is definitely a 7, and it stays a 7.
Glad to hear it. Also, I believe, like, Tegan has been in the lab doing push-ups, breathlessly excited and super shouty Zelda timeline expose coming soon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like 2.5 parts.
How long
Maybe
is half a part?
maybe 3. I keep losing my voice
Oh, jeez.
while recording. That's the problem.
And on that note, I'll say peace.
I say bye.
Later.